Welcome to this practice of Yin Yoga. Starting out on your mat and maybe taking a blanket and putting it under your sit bones to raise your hips a little bit. We'll start the meditation practice with meditation. Always bringing ourselves to the mat, bringing ourselves to this present moment, clearing our mind, anchoring our bodies, tuning into our internal world, turning from out to in, finding the breath, riding the wave of the breath as it moves through your body into the nose and out through the mouth of the nose. Finding yourself in a more and more relaxed, and Yin Yoga is a very mindful practice, teaching us to just be in the moment as stress in our body moves within the poses. You're setting an intention for the practice. It's becoming more mindful of where you are. Be more open, be more going with the flow. Preparing yourself for the asanas, the physical practice of this session. Coming up on all fours and preparing yourself for child's pose, bringing the knees out wide and then extending the hips back, arms extend forward, bringing nice deep long inhales, and as they come, bring the breath all the way down into your hips and then releasing the breath. Feeling where you are tight and letting the breath help to open up spaciousness in your body, helping you to sink deeper into the pose. Maybe finding areas where you can release and let go. Feel the back expand with each inhale, contract on every exhale, keeping the mind on the breath and the sensations of the body. Child's pose, moving up into an easy seated position, bringing the soles of the feet together, maybe taking a blanket and you can try out different variations of this pose, maybe sitting on the blanket, maybe not. And if your hips are a little tight, you can use a block to prop up or maybe another blanket to prop up your knees. And then inhaling, reaching the spine up out of the hips and then folding forward. And really commit to first finding your edge, and that is where you can just start to feel the pose, feel the tension in the pose. We never want any pain in Yin Yoga, but we do want tension in our bodies. And once you find that sweet little spot where you're just starting to feel that tension, be committed to being in the pose for at least a minute and a half. Again, bringing the mind to the breath, bringing the breath down into the hips, the thighs, feeling that breath, creating the expansion and the spaciousness within your body, and then exhaling out anything. Now gently push yourself back up to seated, moving the blanket out from under you. And then here going into a little slight movement by windshield wiping your legs back and forth to shake out the pose a little bit. Crossing your legs and with your hands behind you, just extending your head back, opening the chest for a little counter pose. And here we'll go into what's called shoelace, and bringing the bended one leg over the top of the other, knees stacked, inhaling and then twisting. Looking over your shoulder. And if looking over your shoulder is too much for you, you can actually face forward. But if this is okay for you, stay right here for several rounds of breath, going deep into the belly. Feeling the twist, exploring the sensations of your body. Where are you feeling tight? Where are you holding on? Where is your body telling you where the resistance within yourself is? Feel the chest opening. Inhale, reach up, and exhale for the counter pose, twisting to the other side. Taking a couple breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing the legs and changing moving the legs out again, releasing the pose. And then here we'll switch the position of the leg, so the opposite leg is on top. And again, inhaling, twisting, looking over your shoulder. And you'll be twisting in the direction that the top leg, the knee is on top. Again, bringing that breath deep into the belly, nice deep belly breaths. Taking in the sequence, and you can, as you practice it on your own, holding the pose for at least 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes, more if you care to. The more your body can be create that spaciousness it needs, stretching out the fascia, that deep connective tissue. Bringing flexibility to our bodies, bringing flexibility to the body and to the mind. And on your next inhale, twisting to the other side, releasing the pose, doing a counter pose. Inhale, coming forward, releasing the legs out long, bringing some movement in the legs, bringing a block or a blanket underneath the knees. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, folding over the legs. And if you'd rather not, you don't need the block or the blanket under your knees, but if you have tight hamstrings, this really helps to create a more gentleness in the pose. And you can start here and then maybe move the block or blanket out from under your knees for just a different variation of the stretch. Inhaling and feeling the sensation and the tightness within your body. Exhale it out. Inhale, sitting up tall, removing the block, stretching the legs out long. And coming into what's called a fallen angel. It's a variation of a pigeon, or deeply stretches the hip flexors here. And you can move around in this position, so wherever you start to feel the sensations in your body, wherever it really feels the juiciness of the pose, that edge that you have, and then commit yourself to stillness. Bringing the breath into the hips, and exhale, nice long slow breaths. Keeping the mind on the rhythm of the breath as it moves through your body. Sit up. A variation of the pose. You can do pigeon here, so we're working out our hips. And taking a blanket and maybe put it under your cheekbone for a little prop here, so it's just a little bit more gentle on the body. Breaths in this variation, finding what's right for your body. Inhale. You can hold this longer. I just wanted to show the variation of a pose. And now doing fallen angel. Windshield wiper. This is always important between the poses to do a little counter pose. And setting yourself up for fallen angel. The one leg, knee bent, and the leg goes back. And the opposite leg, the knee is bent, and the foot comes alongside your thigh. And positioning yourself where you can really feel the pose here. Play with it. Remember, it's your body. Go within yourself and find what's right for you. Nice long breath in, deep into that belly, bringing it all the way down into the hips, and exhaling, sinking, feeling yourself release and let go. to transition slowly between the poses, slowly, mindfully, with the breath. Here, and this is, notice that I'm doing a little variation of a saddle pose here. And if this is, you cannot do this, just, and that's okay. Chest, opening up the throat, and if you can't move your head back, that is okay too. In this pose, I'm holding a little less long than the other because it's a little bit intense on the hamstrings and the back. So just take it as long as you can do it. And scooting feet underneath the sit bones, just opening up the chest for a little mild, slight back bend. And find your way onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Side, bringing arms out to a T and looking into the opposite direction. Here, bringing the breath deep into the belly. And these supine twists help to regulate and reset the nervous system. Ending to the practice. On your next inhale, moving the knees back up to the chest, giving yourself a little hug, and then gently dropping the knees to the opposite side, and the arms come out to a T. Looking in the opposite direction from the knees. For a nice little twist in the neck as well. And bringing the breath into the belly, extending the belly, feeling the twist. Letting your body release into the pose. Of the chest into your legs, and grabbing onto the bottoms of your feet and drawing the knees closer to the floor, to your armpits for a nice happy baby. You can actually use this happy baby as a pose and hold it for 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes if you like to, or just use it as in a rocking motion like I was just doing. And then releasing the legs, readying yourself for Shavasana, bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart, totally letting the whole body go here, releasing yourself into the mat. Surrendering. Now slowly start to bring the breath into your body, into awareness. this, and whenever you're ready, gently roll off to one side, cradling your head and your arms, and then gently push yourself back up to seated position. And taking the next few minutes here to bring yourself back into your body, back into the awareness of the breath moving in and out of your body, the rise of the chest and the belly and the fall.